Welcome back, Rich Minds. It's your boy Reno coming back to you with the second video. And today's topic is gonna be they thought you were slow and helpless. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, they thought you were slow and helpless, right? See, oftentimes, y'all, the closest people to us are the ones who think this nonsense, okay? They are the ones who think this foolery, right? Reno, what do you mean by being slow, okay, and helpless? Well, let me break down both of the terms. What I mean by slow is not how intelligent or how dumb you are. That can be one aspect of it, right? True enough. However, I'm talking about slow to catching on, slow to understanding their BS. Right? Just slow, in multiple aspects outside of your IQ. That's not what I'm talking about, y'all, okay? Or more specifically, I'm just saying that people think that you are agreeing to what they're doing behind and in front of your face. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Now, what I mean by helpless, they feel as if you need them, right? Y'all, some people forget the value that you bring to the table, right? If you have $100 bill in your hand, all the time, or if you got $100 bill inside your pocket all the time, you will lose the value in that. The only time you will remember that, oh, this $100 is valuable, right, is when you no longer have that $100. And so you are the $100 bill, right? You are that $100 bill that they have lost the value in. And so now they're beginning to feel like you are slow to catching on to their BS, green to what they're doing in front of you. They're helpless, right? They feel like you're helpless to where, oh, they need me. And if I leave their life, they have lost God's gift to the earth. This is what they think, y'all, right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, I only need me. Yes, sir. Be sure to drop in the comments, family, and say, I only need me. Now, right after that, make sure you say, and God. Make sure you drop in the comments and say, and God. Why? Because we can't do nothing on our own, family. We need the Most High, right? However, in terms of humans, you are the only human that you need, right? So, people begin to feel like you are slow and helpless. And so in this video, y'all, we're going to speak about, the reasons of why they feel this way. This nonsense, okay? This buffoonery, all right? Come on, y'all. Now, y'all already know how we do. Y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. And not only that, family, y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post, all right? And last but not least, y'all, be sure to share this video, all right, if anything resonated with you. But let's go ahead and get into it, chosen ones. Number one, okay? You tried being the bigger person. You tried being the bigger person, okay? Now, oftentimes we do this with siblings, maybe even parents, okay? We do this, oftentimes on the job, right? We just do it to people who we care about, okay? Or especially those who care about their character, right? Just being the bigger person. Well, unfortunately, family, we live in a society and a world to where being the bigger person means that you sucked up. It means that you bowed down. Yeah, y'all, they feel as if you came to their front doorstep and brought them a box of donuts and said, hey, you can have some because I did wrong. This is what they're saying in their minds, y'all. Nobody takes a genuine person serious anymore. I'm just being honest. Nobody takes a genuine person serious no more. It's all about what do you have to give me, okay? And what do you have to offer me? And that's going to determine how much I respect you. That's going to determine how much I appreciate you. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? So it don't matter how much you try to be the bigger person. They feel like, hey, you can be the bigger person all you want. You still need me. That's probably why you're being the bigger person, right? They don't take your sincerity, serious. And so with that being said, y'all, it has caused them to make you feel as if you were, or make them feel as if you are slow and helpless, meaning you are slow to learning, slow to what they're doing, slow to seeing what they're doing and how they are doing it. Helpless because, oh, you need me, you have just bowed down, right? Understand something, y'all. being the bigger person, you did it and you had great intentions. However, they didn't receive it that way. Okay, somebody drop in the comments and say, I got good intentions. They did not receive your good intentions. They took it as if, yeah, they bowed down to me. They know what's going on. Are y'all following what I'm saying, y'all? We deal with these type of individuals every day, all right? And of course, y'all, if you done started your journey, then you starting to remove certain people, or at least remove yourself. You know, but anyway, y'all, you tried to be the bigger person, y'all, and this caused them to make them feel as if you are helpless, meaning you need them, and slow to what they're doing, slow to seeing how they are doing it, right? But you have not only plenty sense, y'all, but you have a whole bunch of discernment, okay? You have a whole bunch of discernment to know the difference, all right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, know the difference. Number 2, family, it's going to be this. Your listening came off as agreeing. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, your listening came off as agreeing, right? You know, how many times have y'all listened to someone and you didn't really want to speak, you know, about this situation in an abrasive or argumentative way? You were just more so listening so that person can at least feel heard. You probably didn't agree with everything that they were saying. However, you just listened and they took it as if you were agreeing. How many of y'all been there, y'all, to where you was just too quiet, right? And it probably slipped your mind, or you were still in shock, or whatever the case is, right? Listen, y'all. Some people take that as you agreeing to their foolery. You were agreeing to what they did, right? I had a situation, family, you know, in my family, right? Ironically enough, but I had a situation in my family to where I was listening, you know, to this particular family member. Don't want to give out no titles, right? Trying to keep everything 100% confidential, but just trying to let y'all know what's going on. And in this situation, I was pretty much just listening, right? Because I told y'all I have a better habit now of listening versus trying to speak, right? Y'all see me on this camera, I'm always talking, but in real life, family, I talk, but I more so listen and observe. But anyway, I'm talking to this particular person and they just, you know, kind of expressing how they feel. And then also it's kind of like they was trying to blame me for whatever the situation was. I'm still listening. Okay, and I feel a sense of manipulation going on as well, but I'm still listening because the respect and the reverence I have for this particular person, you know, is very, very high, right? Long story short, family, it's like they almost took my listening as agreeing, and I'm sitting here like, yo, I don't agree with that, right? With a person like myself, and I'm sure a lot of y'all are like this, you listen before you speak, right? And sometimes you probably listen too long and then you want to come back at it, right? And you know what I had to learn is you have to nip it in the bud right there, right? However, y'all, long story short, you know, that listening came off as agreeing, and so who knows what they're talking about, right? Who knows what they're talking about? They could be talking about, you know, disagreeing with something that is noble, right? Disagreeing with something that is the right thing to do, right? Or they can just be straight up being disorderly with family, friends. I mean, whatever the case is, you're just listening, right? And they're taking it as agreeing, okay? And this is why God does not like gray area. Honestly, this is why God does not like gray area. But sticking to the point, y'all, you know, that particular family member took as what I was saying, you know, as I was agreeing to it. Well, what they were saying as if I was agreeing to it, and I wasn't. I simply was not, right? However, y'all, that can cause a person to feel as if you are slow, because a lot of people are manipulating you with the things that they're saying. They can be using an emotional standpoint, right? Yeah, y'all. They can be using an emotional standpoint, financial standpoint, you know, different aspects of trying to get you to agree with them, right? But that's going to cause them to feel as if you are slow and helpless, like you need their help and like you don't see what they're doing, right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, you can't run circles around me. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say you can't run circles around me. This is what they want to do, y'all. This is their ultimate goal, is to run circles around you, right? They want to make you dizzy, okay? I had a friend at the job, right? Well, he wasn't necessarily my friend, but a guy who I was acquainted with on the job, he said, yeah, but put them in the blender, right? And put them in the blender means confuse them. They want to confuse you, y'all, right? With using manipulation tactics. They want to confuse you with making you feel as if you are the wrong one. They want to confuse you with certain tactics, y'all, and really don't even give you the opportunity to talk, okay? That's what they want to avoid, right? And so when you are a person who listens so much, it can come off as agreeing, and so they're gonna think that you're slow to what's going on and helpless, meaning you only agreeing because you need me. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Moving on to the next one, family, is going to be number 3, okay? They play in your face. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, they played in your face, right? So I would literally compare this to a man, who's cheating on a woman, and let's just say, they agreed to be in a monogamous relationship, but now, he making him a little money, he got more status, whatever the case is, he got a promotion, yada, 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 and now he's like, you know what, I want to be, polygamous, meaning I want to bring other women into the relationship. It happens all the time, y'all, and this is a whole nother video, right? Especially for my guys, but, now he wants to be polygamous. And so with that being said, he's starting to play in this woman's face. Yeah, he's starting to do it. Yeah, he coming home at, 12 when he got off at 8 or 9. He coming home at 12 now. Yeah, because he say, oh, I pay all the bills. I make a lot of money. Yeah, I got the status. I'm the prize, right? And so he's beginning to play in this woman's face. Why? Because, right, he feels as if she's slow enough not to catch it, slow enough not to see it, right? And helpless. Baby, you need me. So if I want to go out here to the casino, in Las Vegas, and we live in Atlanta, you should be okay with that. If I want to, take a trip with me and my guys and some unanimous people, I should be able to do that. Why? Because if you give a person permission, to feed you, you give them the option to starve you as well, right? And this is where a lot of people go wrong at. However, y'all, when a person is consistently playing in your face, it's a problem. This is why you got to catch it right then and there, right? Like, you can't just sit back and wait a week and then come back with some balls and say, hey, don't play with me. They're going to laugh at you, right? They're going to laugh at you. Why? Because you should have nipped it in the bud right here. Now we done moved on. You're a joke. You're a joke, right? So with that being said, y'all, they thought that you were slow and helpless. But again, y'all, when you got God, you're never helpless, okay? And when you are operating off of the discernment that he has put in your spirit, you ain't slow. You know exactly what's going on. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I know exactly what's going on. Okay, moving on to the next one, family, is going to be number 4, all right? And that is, they were nonchalant. Yup, they were nonchalant, okay? Another person inside my family, very nonchalant person, right? And I really care about this person dearly. I do, dearly. And, when it comes to my feelings, my emotions, it's and this person's very, 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 very close in, right? Just want to let y'all know this ain't my long distant cousin talking about, hey man, why you do my heart like that? No, y'all, this is a close in person, right? But this person is very nonchalant. Okay, don't necessarily show the support that they should. Don't necessarily show the love that they should. Don't necessarily show the belief in the ideas that I have, as they should. And I'm sure a lot of people are going through this who's watching this video right now. Mama, daddy, sisters, uncles, people who are close to you. And a lot of these people, they raised you, but they can tend to be nonchalant because they feel as if you are slow to it. Believe it or not, y'all, people who are close to you are doing a bunch of frivolous, shiesty, and conniving things right in front of your face because they feel and they know that you cannot see it. But once you have awakened, once you have been enlightened, once somebody on the outside have said, hey, this is what's going on, right? Or maybe God has, came to you, or maybe he sent somebody to you. Once you have been enlightened and awoken, or awakened, understand something, y'all. It's hard to unsee it, right? It is hard to unsee it. Like when you have been exposed to a certain lifestyle, right? It is hard to unsee that lifestyle. It's hard to tell a person who has been making $15,000 a month, to believe that you can no longer make $15,000 a month. You're like, hey, no, I'm not taking that for an answer. I've been making $15,000 a month, for the last 10 years. I've been seeing him make $50,000 a month for the last 15 years, right? Makes sense of what I'm saying, y'all? But, getting back to my point, once again, those who are nonchalant, they're doing that because they feel as if you need them. They feel as if you are going to continuously beat their phone up, keep calling them, right? And like I said, going back to that person in my family, they're nonchalant, right? And so I told myself, I said, I love me. I love you. I'm sorry, but I love me a little bit more. And so if I got to walk away from you, I will. If I got to distance myself to prove my point, I will. I refuse to be disrespected. I refuse to deal with the person who's nonchalant, meaning like they acting as if, you don't care. Like you just threw your hands up. Oh, okay, that's what we doing? All right, cool. Got you. And I'm not, preaching this or making this video to make anyone feel like, you got to cut somebody off today. But what I'm saying is, y'all, the reason why they're acting the way they're acting and the reason why they feel as if you are slow and helpless is because, you probably have allowed them to be nonchalant towards you. And so the best way to beat a nonchalant person, y'all, is by doing it right along to them, but having the right intentions behind it. Like removing yourself and distancing yourself. Okay, like I'm not going to allow a person to be nonchalant to me and I'm still sending them 10-word paragraphs. I'm sorry, not 10-word paragraphs, 50-word paragraphs, and I'm talking to them and they barely talking to me. I'm getting on the phone. Hey, how you doing? I love you so much. And they just, hey, doing well. Love you too. Nah, we're not doing that one. So if you're gonna be nonchalant towards me, all right, cool. Now I gotta put myself in position to where I am around people who appreciate or celebrate me. I'm not going to allow you to tolerate me. And oftentimes, y'all, we go through this with people who we are closest to. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? But again, they were nonchalant, y'all, okay? And this caused them to make them feel as if you were slow and helpless. And you're not, y'all. You're not. You don't need them, okay? You got the Most High behind you, as I always say, y'all. Number 5 is going to be this, family. You expressed your vulnerabilities. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family. You expressed your vulnerabilities, okay? This right here is one of the worst things that you can do. And y'all know, very positive person, I'm not gonna make something seem worse than it is, but this is probably one of the worst things you can do, especially when you express your vulnerabilities to the wrong people. I'm telling you, y'all, when you express your vulnerabilities to the wrong people or the wrong person, they gonna drag you all through the mud. They gonna drag you all through the dirt. They gonna tell this person. They gonna show that person. Then they start looking down on you, right? He couldn't pay his rent the other day. Man, I'm sorry about that, right? Oh man, he needed me, to help him move, or and then you asking family or friends or people who you are closest to help you with these things, and then y'all turn around and talk about me like I'm a dog, right? Then they turn right back around and talk about you like you a dog. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? You express your vulnerabilities to people who you felt that you trusted, right? I had a quote where I said, don't feel bad for expressing your pain. Just know that you was vulnerable with the wrong people, right? Or vulnerable with the wrong person. You were just vulnerable, like you was open to certain people who you trusted, right? And this is when people will show you who they are. This is when people will begin to expose themselves, right? Because God is now, you know, allowing you to see what you prayed for. You prayed, you know, for God to expose your enemies. You prayed for God to show you who people really was around you. You prayed for that, right? So you got to be ready for it, okay? And if you're ready for it, somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm ready, right? If you're ready for it, drop in the comments, family, and say, I'm ready. But sticking to the point, y'all, they thought that you were slow and helpless, okay? Because you express your vulnerability. Now, let me add this to it, y'all, and then I promise y'all we'll get up out of here. Watch this right here, y'all. When I was going through my divorce, right? I know I always talk about it, y'all. When I was going through my divorce, right, I would speak to certain family members. And I can tell the shift in how they would talk to me versus when they thought that, you know, I was strong, confident, you know, graduate of the Art Institute of Atlanta. I got my degree, I'm working. You know, when they see me as that, it was more respect. But when they seen that, you know, I felt pain too. I was hurt too, right? I'm not always doing good, just like y'all not, right? Sometimes I'm unhappy as well, right? When you show people that, this is when they try to big up on you because you have expressed your vulnerabilities. I seen it, y'all. Right? I did everything right. I graduated school, you know, had 2 jobs, you know. I took in my ex-wife's child as well. I'm not looking for no brownie points. I'm just saying, as a man, you know, I stepped up to the plate to whatever life served me. I stepped up to the plate, okay? However, y'all, I don't care how hurt you are. When you tell people your vulnerabilities, this is when they are going to come at you. This is when they're going to utilize it against you. This is when they're going to make you feel bad for what you just told them, right? It's like you feel robbed. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? And so this is why they thought that you were slow and helpless, because, you know, you showed them your vulnerabilities and your pain, right? And now they sitting back, you know, and they just can't wait, y'all. Unhappy people want to be around unhappy people, and misery loves company. Simple as that, family, okay? Simple as that. But with that being said, y'all, we're going to go ahead and do a recap, and then we'll conclude this video. So number 1, you tried being the bigger person, okay? Number 2, your listening came off as agreeing. Number 3, they played in your face. Number 4, they were nonchalant. And number 5, you expressed your vulnerabilities, okay? Listen, y'all, if you would like to purchase any one of my books, enroll into my social influence course, or book a one-on-one session with me, you can do so by clicking the link inside my description. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace. What's good, family? It's your boy Reno. Check this out, y'all. I just dropped my social influence course, okay? Where I show you how to build up your social media platform as well as become a self-published author. Understand what I'm saying, y'all? If you want to leverage your expertise, okay, you got to publish your book. But not only that, if you want to get popping and build your community, you got to build up your social media platform. And so I put that all in one course, okay? And so all you got to do is go to the link in my bio, all right? And drop in the comments, social influence, if you want to build up your social influence. Click that link in the bio, and we're going to get you popping. Keep a rich mentality.